we're using the hand weight today. That's why I put the message on this morning, just to pre-warn you, the hand weight. And remember, if you don't have a hand weight, you can use a full 500 milliliter water bottle, or even a tin of beans or soup. Anything like that you can use instead of a hand weight. Okay, so we are using that today, but if you find it too much, then obviously you don't have to use that. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to get started with our warm-up. No one else has come on, but good morning to anyone else if they do come on a few minutes later. So I'm just going to pop this down, and then we'll get the music on and get in our positions ready to start our warm-up. Just make sure you've got, as I say, your hand weight, your water bottle, or your tin of beans. So quickly run and get that if you haven't seen my message this morning. Okay, let's pop this music on then. Right then, ladies, we're going to get ourselves into our position. So let's bring our heels together. Okay, and we're just going to take these heels apart. Make sure we've got that good hip distance between those feet, and then we want those good straight strong legs. So let's engage our core then. Take that nice big deep breath in, and then just holding that core nice and tight then as we exhale out. And then we're just going to lift and give those shoulders a roll back and down, and then looking for that neutral position. So remember, you can do your diamond with your fingers pointing down for your neutral, or we rock the hips forward to A, we take them back to C, and then we're finding that nice B neutral position and just holding it there. Again, just lift and roll the shoulders back and down, and then just take a few big deep breaths in. So let's take a breath in and exhale, and again, big deep breath in and exhale. Lovely. Let's just give those shoulders a roll back and down, and again back and down. Now I want you to extend your arms, roll back, and again roll back. And then I want you to take your shoulder rolls without the extended arms forward. Roll forwards, and again, and then extend those arms, roll forwards, and then once more. Lovely. I want you to just raise your right shoulder and lower. Raise the left shoulder and lower. And then again, roll back, and then roll forwards. Now extend the arms, work back, and work forwards. Just loosen out those arms. Excellent. Arms up to chest. Lift the right arm through to the ceiling and lower. Lift out to the corner and lower. Work to the side and in. Down to the corner and in. Left arm reaches through to the ceiling and lower. Up to the corner and in. Out to the side and in. Down to the corner and up. Just take the arms out. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Take them in. Lift up. Over to the side. Through to the centre. Over to the left side. Through to the centre. Lower to chest. Out to the side. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Working. Lift up. Stay over to the left side this time. Centre. Over to the right side. Centre. Going to circle down. So we take both the arms, circle down to the toes. Around the left side, through and up. Take it back down the left side. All the way down to the toes. Work round through and up. Just bring these arms down to the side. Lean over to the left. Back to the centre. Over to the right. Back to the centre. Lift through to the ceiling, and then we circle down the left side. All the way down to the toes. Round to the right side. Through and up. And then we lean over to the right. center, over to the left, center, release the arms down, and then take it over and back up, over to the other side, back up, releasing those arms down, lift and roll the shoulders back, lift and roll back. Work your right foot forwards and in, left foot forwards and in. Again, work that right foot forwards and in, work that left foot forwards and in. Take your right leg forward and the left arm up and lower. Left leg forward, right arm up and lower. And again, right leg forward, left arm up and lower. Left leg forward, right arm up. Take your right leg, just tap back and in. Take your left leg back and in. Just tap that toe to the floor as you go back. Right leg back and in. Tap that left leg back and in. Okay, we're going to work the right leg back, lifting the leg this time, left arm up and lower. Left leg back, work that right arm up and lower. And again, right leg lifts back, left arm up and lower. Work that left leg back and the right arm up and in. Okay, we're going to tap out to the right side, work in. Tap out to the right side, work in. Take both the arms out and then work across in front with the leg. Take the arms out, work across in front with the leg. Just take the leg out, work that in and down. Then we tap that left leg out to the side, work in. Tap that left leg out to the side, stretching, work in. Then we work that left leg out with both the arms, work across in front. And again, out to the side, work across in front. Then we take it out to the side, work that in and down. Just lift and roll the shoulders. And I want you to just lift up those heels. And then we squat down, bend through the knees. Lift up the heels. Squat down, bend through the knees, lift the chest. And again, lifting the heels. Squat down, bend through the knees. One more, lifting the heels. Squat down, bend through the knees. Lift through and up. Take your head back. Center, over to the right side. Center, over to the left side. Center, chin down, and then just roll down through the back, just working that all the way down to where is good for you, relaxing your head and neck. And I want you to just let your arms drop loose and the head. Circle round to the right side of your foot. Circle center, round to the left side of the foot. Circle center. We're going to roll up through that back, so just working up through the back. Bring that head up, extending through the arms, just a little back bend going back as you reach up. And then we just release those arms all the way down. Lift and roll those shoulders back and down. And then just taking a lovely big deep breath in. And exhale. Excellent, well done. Okay, just shake out those legs a bit. Right, I'm just going to pop my mat down. So grab a hold, if you haven't got your mats down, place them down as well. Grab a hold of your hand weight or your water bottle or your tin, whichever it is that you're using. So we're going to start in a seated position today, ladies. Okay, and we're going to do some roll backs with the hand weight. So I need my hand weight, that would help as well, wouldn't it really? Okay, so we're going to start off with just doing some simple rollbacks and up with our arms out at chest height. Okay, so in your leg position, you've got your straight legs or your bent knees, whichever you prefer. And I want you to hold your weight or your bottle or can in the hands, okay, out at chest height. All we're going to do is roll back. Remember, roll back to where it's good for you, where you know you're using your core and not those legs and back. Okay, you don't want any tension in those legs or back. So just roll your halfway position to where you can, using that core, and that's all we're going to do for the first set, is just roll them back and up just to get that going and getting warmed through. Then we're going to go into some other ones where we're going to do some Russian twist and lifting of the knee. Okay, so what I want you to do is on the second set we go back halfway, still holding the weight in both hands, and we take it down to the right side, lift up across the body, down to the left side, lift up across to the body, and then roll up. Then you'll go back and you're going to lift your leg, work the knee in and bring the weight towards you as that knee comes in, and then take it away as the leg extends out and lower. So it's lift, knee in with the weight, work out and lower, and then you roll up. Okay, so we're going to alternate between those two. Right, so when you're ready, then get yourselves into a position that's comfortable for you, and we're going to go with just the rolling back and up and doing a set of those just to get ourselves going and ready. So nice and tall through the back, make sure you're keeping your head tall, and when you're holding your weight out, keep your shoulders down, try not to hunch forward, nice and tall with the shoulders down. Let's just engage our core first then, so take that lovely big deep breath in, holding that core nice and tight as you exhale out then, ladies. Arms up to chest height and fully extended forward. And then when you're ready, we're just rolling back halfway. Use that core to roll you back and then roll up. So just keeping that going in a good controlled pace and really keeping those arms extended forward. Try not to drop them down from the chest and make sure we don't take them higher than the chest. Okay, so just rolling back and working up, nice and controlled. Roll back and roll up. Make sure you're fully engaging that core, so you're keeping that held nice and tight, and roll up. Lovely, just keep that going. Then I want you to just really keep that good controlled pace and keep those arms, you'll feel that working those arms, but I want you to really focus on the core to roll you back and roll you up. Okay, we're going to do 4 more. So roll back and roll up. Remember to keep that good tall posture, that head nice and tall, and roll up. Let's do 2 more then. Roll back, roll up, and then last one, roll back and roll up. So I want you just to release your arms, because your arms are probably feeling that from holding that weight there. So that little bit of weight will be really working those arms and hopefully keep you working on that core. So we're going to go into the Russian twist one. So we go right to left and then we roll up, then we roll back and we lift the leg and work the knee in. We pull that weight towards us as the knee comes in, we take it away and we lower. So just make sure you're in your nice tall posture and your leg position that's good for you. And then let's just engage our core again. Take that nice big deep breath in, holding that core lovely and tight. Then as we exhale out, arms up to chest height, and then when we're ready we take it to our halfway position, holding it there. We twist round to the right side and work down, lift up, twist over, round to the left side, work down. Work that back to the chest and we roll through and up. Now we do those knee ones. So we roll back, we lift the leg, we pull the knee and the weight into the chest. We push that away and we release down. Lift the left leg, pull the knee and the weight in, push away, release down, we roll up. Holding the core, go back halfway into your Russian twist. Twist around, tap down. Lift up across the body round to the left side. Lift up through to the center. Roll up nice and tall, still engaging your core. We work back halfway. We lift the right leg, we pull the knee and the weight in towards the chest. We push away. We release down. We hold our core, left leg, push in, push away, release, roll up. We're going to do one more set on each. So nice and tall, engaging, work back halfway. We twist round to the right side, tap down. Lift up across the body, round to the left side, tap down. Lift up across to the body and chest height and roll through to seated, keeping tall and engaging. We work back, we lift that right leg, we pull the knee and the weight in, we push the weight away and the leg we lower, holding your core. Lift the left leg, pull that in, push away. Release the leg down, roll through to seated and up. Excellent, just pop that down because I'm sure now your arms and core are fairly worked on that one. Okay, so hopefully that's got that core warmed up for you this morning. So we're going to now move over onto our side. We're going to start off with a side plank and then we're going to go laying onto our side and doing some leg work after. So with the side plank, you've got the option to use the weight or to just do a hold and plank. So you've got your leg positions with your knees bent and legs back, or the top leg comes straight, okay? And what I want you to do is bring that weight out in front if you're using it, okay? And we're going to come up, so you can either just hold, if you don't want to use the weight, just hold your side plank, or if you're using it, you're going to bring your arm forward, and then you're going to lift that arm up to the ceiling, and then you're going to lower it down. You're going to do 10 of the arms lifting up, or you're going to hold for the 10 arm lifts, okay? So if you don't want to use the weight, lifting the arm up and lower, then you can just hold it like that instead. When you're doing that, make sure your waist and hip doesn't drop down, okay? So if you start to feel your waist and hip drop down, lift up or don't use the weight, okay? So work it to what you can. Then you're going to lower down and you're going to lay onto your side. You're going to bring your weight onto your top leg, okay? And you just place your hand onto the weight so you keep that still on the leg there. So you're going to lift the top leg up, and we're just going to do a scissor just with the top leg working forwards, and the weight just holds on that top of the leg. You're going to scissor it to the center and scissor back. Now remember, when you're doing your scissor back, don't bend that knee, so only take it back to where you can, keeping that leg nice and straight. Then you're going to scissor to the center, toes down and heel up, and we're going to go up into an abduction. So you need to make sure you're holding that weight with the hand on the top of that leg, and then you'll repeat the scissor again and the abduction. Okay, so it's scissor forward, scissors back, and then up into the abduction and lower. Okay, so we'll do a few sets of those as well. So let's bring ourselves into our side plank position. So you've got the bent knees and the legs back, or you've got your top leg straight, whichever leg position you prefer holding in, and then making sure we've got our arm and elbow flat to the floor, shoulder in line with the elbow. If you're using that weight, take that out in front. Okay, and like I said, don't let your waist and hip drop down. If it does, then I would say don't use the weight and just do your hold and plank. So head, make sure it's in line with that whole body, and the hips are stacked, and we're going to engage the core first. So take that lovely big deep breath in, holding that core nice and tight as we exhale out. Remember, you push that hip right through to the ceiling. So when you're ready, then Lift the waist and the hips up, hold it there. So you can either hold, or if you're using a weight, we're lifting up to the ceiling, lengthening up and lowering down. So that's 1. Lifting up 2 and lowering down, making sure that waist and hip is lifted all the way up. Holding the core, squeezing the glute, lower down. So we're on our 4th lift, going up and lower down. And again, lifting up, keeping your waist and hip lifted and your core strong. Lower down. So 5 more if you can manage, or keep with your hold. Lifting up and lower down. Lifting up and lower down. 3 more if you can. Lifting up and lower down. 2 more. Lifting up and lower down. Last 1. Lifting up and lower down. Place that weight down and then release the waist and the hips down. Excellent. So you should have really felt that in those arms, but also working those glutes. Having that extra weight is still working the other areas as well. So now we're going to lay down onto our sides, making sure our legs are straight and our hips are stacked, but we're going to bring the weight onto the top leg. Okay, so just bring your hand and place that on the top of the weight. Okay, so you make sure it keeps nice and still on that leg. So let's just engage our core, make sure you're holding that tight so you keep that good balance. So take that breath in, holding that core lovely and tight. Then as we exhale out, when you're ready, we're lifting that top leg up. Now make sure your leg is lengthened, and then we're going to scissor that leg forward. So just scissor to where you're comfortable with working that leg, and then scissor back to the center and scissor back. So remember, don't bend the knees, so only work that leg back to where you can, keeping that weight on that top leg and holding the core. Scissor to the center, toes down and heel up, and then up into an abduction. And again, only work that abduction up to where you feel comfortable. Make sure you're really engaging so you keep your good balance. Lower the abduction down, nice and controlled. And then again, we're going to work that scissor going forwards, keeping that weight on the leg. And then scissor through to the center and scissor that leg back, keeping that core nice and tight and the leg straight. And then scissor through to the center, nice and controlled, toe down, heel up, work up into your abduction, just to where you're comfortable. Lower that leg down, just make sure you're holding that weight still on the top leg. Scissor forward, engaging still with that core, lengthening that leg. Scissor through to the center, working that scissor leg all the way back, keeping that leg nice and straight still. Scissor through to the center, engaging, toes down, heel up, work up into the abduction, just to where you can. Releasing the abduction now. We've got 1 more set of this. So engage that core and we scissor that leg forward, keeping that weight on the top leg if you can. Scissor that leg through to the center and then work that scissor all the way back. Scissor that leg through to the center, toe down, heel up, work up into your abduction, is working to where is good for you, and then releasing that abduction all the way down, and you can release that leg right down now. Take the weight away. So just that little bit of weight should have worked that leg much more. You should have felt that in those glutes, should have felt that working on those inner thighs and especially those outer thighs. Okay, so we're going to do the other side in a sec, but I want you to lay on your back, and we're going to do a combination of some frog curl-ups next. So with your frog curl-ups, I want you to bring your soles of your feet together and just let your knees drop out to the side, okay? So soles of the feet come together and drop those knees out to the side, and we're going to just place our hand weight into our hands, and we're going to start with just straightforward curl up and lower, but taking the weight forward as we curl up. So we curl up, work the weight forward, and lower the curl, bring that into the chest. So you're going to do a set, working the weight forward and bringing into the chest. Then we're going to do a set where we hold up and we pulse, okay? So we're going to come up, pulse 1, 2, 3, and lower, work that in, okay? So it's a curl up, push forward, pulse 1, 2, 3, lower the curl in. Okay, then when we've done a set of those, we're going to take the arms over the head, still keeping our frog leg position, where we're going to curl up, work the arms over, and we lower the curl down, take the arms over the head, curl up, work the arms over, lower the curl down, arms over the head. Okay, so they're the 3 sets that you're going to do of your curl ups. So when you're ready, lay onto your backs and bring your soles of your feet together and just drop those knees out to the side. So you just want to hold that good frog leg position. Bring your weight just at the chest, holding with both of the hands. So the first set, we just work the weight forward as we curl up. Let's engage that core then. Take that breath in, holding that nice and tight then as we exhale out. When you're ready, curl up, work the weight forward as you curl up, and then lower the curl down, work that back to the chest, eyes up to the ceiling, engaging, curl up, work the arms forward, lower the curl down, bring that back into the chest, and again, curl up, arms stretch forward with those arms, and then lower the curl down to the chest. One more, curl up, arms forward, lower the curl down, and weight to the chest. Now we do the pulsing ones. Check your soles of the feet together, still the knees out, and that core is engaged. Curl up, work forward, pulse 1, 2, 3, lower the curl, work that weight to the chest. Eyes up, curl, work up, pulse 1, 2, 3, lower the curl down, weight to the chest, engaging, curl up, work forward, pulse 1, 2, 3, lower the curl down, work in. One more then, eyes up, core engaged, curl up, pulse 1, 2, 3, lower the curl down, weight in. Take those arms over the head, still checking your feet are together, soles of the feet together, knees out. Let's engage that core, take a breath. Holding nice and tight as we exhale. As we curl up, the arms come over the head. So curl up, work the arms over. Lower the curl, take the arms back over the head and down. Engaging, curl up, work the arms over. Lower the curl, take the arms back over and down. Engage, curl up, work the arms over. Lower the curl, arms down. Last one then. Curl up, Work the arms over, lower the curl, work the arms down. Excellent, just bring the arms back over the head, and then I want you to just lay over onto the other side. So we're going to do the other side plank and the scissor and abduction. Okay, so they were just your curl ups, feeling that in the core and the tummies, the lower tummies with the little pulse, and probably the top of the tummy muscles there as well. So into your side plank then, knees bent, legs back, and that arm forward if you're using that weight. And remember, you can just hold it if you prefer. So leg position, those ones, or that one. Good long line from the head through to the toes. Make sure you're pulling that hip all the way up to the ceiling when you're lifting up, and you're keeping your waist and hips lifted. So when you're ready then, nice big deep breath in to engage that core. Holding that core nice and tight then as we exhale out. When you're ready, we lift the waist and the hips up. Pull that hip up. You can hold or take the weight into your hand, and we lift that up to the ceiling, lengthening that arm up. We lower down. Just make sure the whole time your waist and hips are lifted. Lift up 2, lower down, and you're pushing that top hip up to the ceiling as well as lifting the waist and hips. Lift up 3, lower down, or you can just hold if this hand weight lifting and lowering is too much. Lower down, strong on that core, lifting up and lower down. 5 more, lifting up. If you need to just release that hand weight away and go to a hold, you can. Lifting up, lower down. Check your waist and hips are still lifted. Lifting up, lower down. 2 more if you can. Lifting up, lower down. Last one. Lifting up and lower down. Release the waist and hips, and then we come down, laying onto our side, resting that head down, legs straight. Bring that hand weight onto the top leg, and you're just holding that hand onto the weight so it doesn't move. Make sure your hips are stacked, and then when you're ready, take a nice big deep breath in. Holding that core lovely and tight then as we exhale out. When you're ready, just lifting that top leg, and then we scissor that top leg forward. So remember, only work that scissor to where is good for you, and then working that scissor to the center, and then just scissoring that leg back, but we don't want to bend the knee, so only take it back to where you can, where you keep the leg straight. Scissor that to the center, toes down, heel up, and work up into your abduction. And again, only working that abduction up to where you feel comfortable. Lengthening that leg still. Lower the abduction down, and then we scissor forwards again. Holding that core for that good balance. Scissor to the center, and then scissor that leg back. Really strong on that core, keeping the leg straight here. Working that scissor through to the center. Toe down and heel up. Work up into your abduction. Lowering that abduction all the way down. And again, scissor forward, checking you're holding your core, your legs are lengthened. Scissor through to the center and scissor that leg back. Scissor through to the center, toes down, heel up, working up into your abduction, just to where you feel comfortable, lowering that abduction down. You've got one more of this. So scissor forwards, keeping that weight on the top leg. Scissor through to the center. Scissoring that leg back, keeping that lengthened, holding your core for your balance. Scissor through to the center. Toe down, heel up. Work up into your abduction. And then releasing that abduction all the way down. And let that leg release. Excellent. Lovely. Well done. Okay, I want you to come onto your back then. And we're going to go back into our frog position, but we're going to do some bridges with our frog position. So, soles of the feet together, knees out. And I want you to bring your arms up to the ceiling, holding that weight. Okay, so straight up to the ceiling. And I want you to come up into a bridge. So we work through the back, all the way up, just holding up to where you can. Really squeezing the glutes and holding the core here. Then I want you to lower the weight down to your hips and lift up. Lower down and lift up. Then you're going to release the bridge down. And then release the arms down and place the weight onto your hips. Repeat the bridge. And you're going to hold it there for 4 with that weight on the hips. And then you're going to release that down. Okay, then we're going to go heels together, toes out, and do exactly the same. So the feet are flat to the floor, the heels come together, toes out, and we do exactly the same bridges. Lower and lift, and then the hold. Okay, so let's start with the soles of the feet together and the knees out. Okay, let's draw up through our pelvic floor. Take a breath in to engage our core. Holding that core nice and tight then as we exhale out. Lift those arms straight up to the ceiling, lengthen them up. When you're ready then I want you to tilt your pelvis, lift your bottom, lift the lower back, through the middle, top of the back, onto the shoulders. Now squeeze your glutes and hold your core, keep your back lifted. Lower the weight down to those hips, and then we lift them up to the ceiling. And again, lower the weight down, and lift up to the ceiling. Keep them lifted up, and then release the shoulders, release the top of the back. Nice and controlled. Down through the middle, down to the lower back, bottom down. Bring that weight, place that onto your hips, so hold it there. Check your pelvic floor and your core are engaged. Then we're going to tilt the pelvis, lift the bottom, lift the lower back, through the middle, through to the top of the back, pushing through to the shoulders, squeezing the glutes and core. Hold 1, hold 2, hold 3, hold 4. Release the shoulders, release the top of the back, down through the middle of the back, down the lower back, releasing that bottom down. Excellent. Now bring your feet flat to the floor but the heels together and turn your toes out. Take those arms up to the ceiling. Take a breath to engage your core. Hold tight as you exhale and draw up through your pelvic floor. When you're ready, tilt your pelvis, lift your bottom, lift the lower back, middle of the back, top of the back, push through to the shoulders, hold it there, squeeze the glutes and core, and then we lower that weight down. We lift it up to the ceiling, lengthening those arms. Don't let the back drop, we lower the weight down. We lift that weight up. Then we release the shoulders, release the top of the back, down the middle of the back, through to the lower back, bottom down, and then release the arms, place your weight onto the hips, keep the heels together and toes out, core and pelvic floor engaged, tilt your pelvis, lift your bottom, lift the lower back, middle of the back, top of the back, through to the shoulders, squeeze the glutes and core, hold 1, hold 2, hold 3, hold 4, release the shoulders, release the top of the back, release down the middle of the back, the lower back, release the bottom down. Excellent. Just place your weight down to the side, and then I want you to just hold it there and take your arms, bend the knees, take the arms out to the side, and we're going to just do a knee rolling. So I want you to roll your knees all the way over to the right side, as far over as you can with those knees, and just hold it there. Lovely. Roll those knees back to the center, and then just rolling when you're at the center over to the other side. So work them all the way over as far as you can. Hold it there. And then just work that through to the center with those knees, rolling them through and in. Perfect. Then bring your knees into your chest, hold behind your thighs, hug them as close into the chest as you can. And then I want you to extend both of the legs up to the ceiling, flex your feet, and point your toes. Let's release the ankles, so circle the feet round. And then circle round in the other direction, and then just back to flex feet, lengthen those legs so we stretch down the back of the legs, and point the toes. Lovely. Just release your right leg down, and then releasing that left leg down. Excellent. Now we're going to take these arms over the top of the head and back and down. So stretch out that whole body. So I want you to stretch out your fingers, and I want you to point through to your toes. Really point those toes. Get that really good full body stretch. Just take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale. Now flex your feet, so push your heels away from you. Take a breath in. As you exhale, relax that body. Excellent. Well done. When you're ready, you can roll onto your side and up to seated, or engage the core, or work the arms over the head and up. Release. Just give your shoulders a bit of a roll, and then just do the little head circle round, and then circle round in the other direction. Excellent. Just again, roll those shoulders. When you're ready then, guys, slowly bring yourselves up to standing. If you're at seated, slowly up to standing. And then just taking those feet apart. Just take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale. Excellent. Well done. So that was using your hand weight, your water bottles or your tin of beans. Let's just do our big deep bend down. I haven't forgotten all about that. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you felt that a little bit more using that little weight. Okay, so work in lots of different areas by using that weight. Okay, so you've really worked the core today, you've worked the legs, you've worked those glutes, you've worked those obliques, you've worked a lot of stuff today, and you should have felt that slightly more than what you would normally, because we've used that little hand weight or bottle or tin, whatever it was that you were using. So I hope that set you up ready for the day. Well done to joining me this morning, and well done to anyone that's doing it later in the day. So have a fantastic week, and I'll look forward to being back with you all again next Monday. Have a good one, and see you all next week. Well done.